Hello again, Greg Bell, the News Tribune here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. After the game today, fourth straight loss for the Seahawks, something this Pete Carroll era has never had in Seattle. Tyler Lockett went into the locker room and he told the guys, we have to stay with it. 4 games left. We have to stay with this and not be discouraged by a 4-game losing streak and a 6-7 record. Lockett's point is we have moments of brilliance here that we can be a great team. Of course, Seattle's problem is they can't sustain that brilliance. And today their problem was even more on top of that. It was execution of plays that the Seahawks had practiced, especially defensively. San Francisco's 2nd and 9 play action pass, George Kittle for a touchdown pass, flat-footed. Secondary, Deebo Samuel, crossing route, flat-footed, Jamal Adams. I don't know, that was an interesting scheme play. On that 54-yard touchdown, Samuel, double inside linebacker blitz with Wagner and Jordan Brooks. I talked to Adams after the game about that, and he said that he expected the ball to be come out quicker, while the 49ers, with their dominant offensive line, came out and blocked both those blitzers. Seahawks dropped Boye Mafe and Darrell Taylor, their top edge rushers, into coverage on that play. And then Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers coach, schemed Deebo Samuel into the middle of the field, counting on his offensive line to pick up those blitzers. And Deebo Samuel versus Jamal Adams is not a matchup that's going to work in Seattle's favor. 54-yard touchdown. The 49ers are clearly better. After 5 straight wins here since the start of the 2022 season, that's not the issue. The issue now for Seattle is they're even going to make the postseason. Philadelphia next on a Monday night, 8 days from now in Lumen Field, and then 3 straight to end the season. The way the NFC is breaking now, it looks like Seattle may have to win all 4 games to get to 10-7 to make the playoffs. You tell me what it might take for them to win 4 straight after what you've seen the last 4 games. Lockett said, I've been around here long enough to see miracles, and it's probably going to take a miracle to do it. Drew Lock, 2 touchdown passes, 1 to DK Metcalf on an exquisite first drive and he really looked sharp. And then 1 on Colby Parkinson on a double fake screen, a really pretty designed play call of the besieged play caller, Shane Waldron. Fake screen left, fake screen right, and Parkinson, the tight end, wide open over the middle for a 25-yard touchdown. And Seattle's down 21-16 going into the 4th quarter. Then Locke throws 2 interceptions in the 4th quarter. The first one, the most inexcusable. They had a crosser with a deep route behind it. Tyler Lockett across the middle of the field. DK Metcalf on a deep go route. And Locke's throw didn't give him a chance. Much like the interception against the Rams when he didn't give Tyler Lockett an outside chance at the ball. This ball was thrown way inside and way underthrown. No chance for Lockett to get to it. There were actually 3 49ers defenders down the field on that. After the game, Locke said that was the play he regretted most. Geno Smith tried to play pregame. Pete Carroll said he just couldn't move in one direction with that strained groin. Carroll, interestingly, said that Seahawks had in the back of their mind the fact that they have an extra day of rest until the Philadelphia game and decided to shelve Smith today, knowing there's a possibility he could play the next game against the Eagles and perhaps play the rest of the final 4 games of the regular season. Locke had a little bit more preparation than he did, obviously, than the 2 other times he's played this season, coming in the middle of the game with no practice time with the ones. He had a practice and a half with the ones this week, and he did look good to start. Then the 49ers changed their defense on it. The Seahawks had a game plan against man-to-man coverage. Chartavius Ward, the 49ers' top cornerback, got hurt. The 49ers changed to 2 high safety zone coverage, and the Seahawks had to counter that and change their game plan. So what Waldron and Locke ended up running today was not what they practiced all week. They didn't practice much against zone, but that's what they got after Ward got hurt. So then Locke said the plan was to run the ball and set up play-action passes to attack those safeties in the middle of the field. They got the run part. Charbonnet had a couple really strong runs, 25-yard runs in a row, 2 of them early in the second half. But Locke and the offense never really got the play-action piece of that plan together to work. They stayed at 14-10 for a long time when Seattle's defense was keeping them in the game. 4th and 2, end of the first half. I thought they should have gone for it at the San Francisco 48-plus side of the field. They lined up with Locke under center and tried to draw the 49ers offsides, which rarely works against a good team. Seattle takes a delay of game penalty and punted. I asked Carroll about that decision in particular, and he seemed particularly defensive about it. He said, I'm not going to give the ball away there, and it's essentially a turnover and giving a good team the ball on a short field. I'm kicking the ball inside the 10 and making them drive down the field. Carroll said he didn't want to determine the game right there late, 5 minutes left in the first half when it was a 10-7 game. Excuse me, it was 14-10 at the time. San Francisco led. My point is, against San Francisco, how many chances are you going to have on the 49ers side of the field for 2 yards to sustain a drive and potentially get points? It also spoke to the fact that Carroll was more concerned about not getting it than he was on the pluses of getting it. And he mentioned that in my questions to him about it. He said, everyone talks about how you should go for it and how easy it is to go for it. I've got to worry about if we don't get it. And I asked him, is that because you've missed so many 3rd and 4th and shorts so far this season that it has you thinking in the negative that you aren't going to get that one in the cost of not getting it? And he said, well, we've gotten some in the past, but at that point I didn't want the game to be decided in the second quarter. To me it was. The Seahawks did not get on the other side of the 50 until late in the third quarter after that, and the momentum that they could have had by taking the lead there and getting the second half kickoff, had they converted on 4th and 2, they never got back. There are a lot more problems than this for this team. Devin Witherspoon's injury sure didn't help them today. He's got a rib injury. Carroll said that may take a while. The rookie didn't play the last 3.5 quarters. They already had Trey Brown missing the cornerback, caused Artie Burns to have to play, and then he got hurt. Jamal Adams ended up playing as a linebacker that the 49ers targeted quite a bit without Witherspoon and nickel. I'm talking about a lot of things that a team that's lost 4 in a row and is 6-7 deals with. All my coverage is at thenewstribune.com, on Twitter at GBellSeattle. Army, Navy, and Boston to this tonight. I'm going to write a story and get back to Seattle here tomorrow. Thanks as always for watching.